Paul George and the 76ers. How are we feeling, everyone? Are we buying into the hype? Do we feel that the 76ers are able to get to the NBA Finals this upcoming season? I've been seeing some comments. I've been watching some videos. I've been seeing the debate shows. They're talking that 76ers is the best roster in the Eastern Conference. And I feel like, what are we doing right now? Right? Let's not get too overhyped in this situation. Has Philly gotten better? Absolutely. But of course, how could you not get better? You don't have Tobias Harris on your roster anymore. That's automatically going to make you a better team. No offense to Tobias Harris, but Tobias Harris over Jimmy? He is not a max player. He is not a max player. He's a good player. He's not a max player. He's a merchant right now because he's signed like over $300 million, I believe, over his career. Respect to Tobias, but no. All right. So you are replacing pretty much Tobias with Paul George. Yes, PG's 34. You know, he's not getting any younger. Would I have signed him to a max contract? Probably not, but I mean, it's still PG, right? Just based off a name, his skill set, 6'9". He got everything. Got the handles. He's a 3-level scorer. It's like you can't go wrong there, right? I think that is a good move, and Philly's all in right now. But you got to look at the landscape of the East, right? And we're gonna kind of go into it a little bit, but Milwaukee's not going anywhere. Milwaukee. Last year, you got to look at the situation, right? They weren't healthy. Giannis and Dame was not healthy. We're gonna have a whole season, off-season training. I know we got the Olympics going on, but they're gonna get better, right? You know, they still have their stability there. New York made some key moves, right, in the off-season. They picked up Mikal Bridges. They re-signed OG. Like, the amount of wings that New York is gonna be able to throw at teams, that's gonna go a long way. I feel like New York, that's a team that people are sleeping on. I feel like they're going to have a lot to say come postseason, especially because they're another team that just was not healthy towards the end. Indiana, they're not going anywhere. You know, they had a pretty good season. I don't see them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I feel like they're still going to be in the mix. Miami's going to be healthy again. You still got Jimmy, you got Bam. You got the champs. People aren't talking about Boston. Boston's not going anywhere. It's not like their old team. They're about to blow the team up, right? They're retooled, their roster, all their key contributors are still on that roster. Boston's not going anywhere. So this notion that Philly is just gonna make it to the finals, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, right? That's just my opinion, right? My opinion. It's not gonna happen. I think if Joel can stay healthy, of course, that's huge, right? You got Maxey, you got Joel. Like, you have a nice big three. From a big three standpoint, on paper, I mean, that's easily top 3 in the league, right? Like, who you're putting over Joel, Maxey, and PG? If all of them can stay healthy, like Maxey's a stud. I feel like Maxey's gonna be the key. He's the engine. I feel like Maxey, that dude, he has a future, right? He's a future NBA superstar. You had a nice draft. They did have a nice draft. They did pick up Jarrett. So it depends on how this is going to shake out, right? Once the roster is finished being shaped up, because I believe they'll have about 9 people on the roster right now. So there's a couple more moves they're going to have to make in Philly, but they have a nice little window. I think they're definitely in a win now. Like, they have a 2 to 3 year window, 2 to 3 years. They have to go for it now, which it seems like the front office, that's their mentality. Take notes, Lakers, please take notes. But they're in a win now mode, and I feel like they'll have a good opportunity. I don't see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I do have them being a top 5, top 4, top 5 team in the East. Absolutely, if they're able to stay healthy. But they still got to make a couple moves overall, but I do like PG going to Philly. He was not going to go back to the Clippers. It's just bad juju for the Clippers between Kawhi and PG. Just having them both on the same page going down the stretch, that's the key. Because, yeah, they play like the regular season, but when you get into the postseason, PG or Kawhi, they just couldn't stay healthy. But overall, how do you guys feel about the PG move? Where do you guys see Philly landing in the Eastern Conference this year? Do you have them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals? Do you have them getting to the finals? So what are you guys' thoughts? I'll be curious to hear that. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have some more videos coming your guys' way. We're gonna be breaking down New York's roster next. I definitely got to talk about the Knicks. I wasn't a fan in the past, but definitely New York over the last couple years. They're earning a fan, so we'll probably talk about the roster next. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support that I did receive on my last video. You guys can check that out, even though I'm still upset with the Lakers because they still have not made a move in free agency, but we're just gonna ignore that. But overall, again, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.